Hi, John Marshall, the DrillMaster. Just a couple of months ago, was it a couple of months ago? I was critiquing this team. And so, Carter, here you go. This is, so in my critiques, I give suggestions for those of you who don't know, if you're watching for the first time, maybe. The suggestions are the teams try to implement the suggestions during the season. If they can't, then at the end of the season, they'll take notes. They'll rewatch my videos. I've gone over things in depth with certain people. I'll do chats behind the scenes with people over the internet. We'll do a video call, something like that, and and then get the team ready to go with the improvements that I suggest, if they want to, then for the next season. So this team, though, has been able to make a couple of adjustments here and there for their current season, and I'm really excited to see this. So let's get going. Oh, that's right. I remember now. All right, so got it. I suggest. I don't remember. So videos start at different times. I don't remember if I saw exactly the kneeling part the last time. I can't be sure, but uh, the obviously the different people kneeling at different times, not necessarily the most effective communication there. All right. Also, this is very slow and lacking in energy. I know it's going to build up in just a few seconds, but you want to make that opening statement so that everybody is just grabbed by the eyeballs. If you blink, you're going to miss something outstanding. So hold on 2 seconds. I'm going to pause this really quickly. Okay, I'm back. So a much excuse me. Pardon me. So an increased tempo there at the beginning, having a 120, maybe even a 130 cadence, I think might really be effective to bring the audience into. Obviously, they're there; they're going to watch you. But what I'm thinking of is having the audience go, "Oh, wow!" instead of expecting. Oh, okay, yeah, expecting, oh, this is going to be exhibition drill. All the parents here lined up, the other schools that are watching, possibly. Everybody knows, okay, this is exhibition drill. But making them want to watch even more, having a little bit of a surprise there, that's going to be your effectiveness. Nicely done. Excellent timing there. Great step off. I want to go back here. So why do you have three? Now you got the commander in the middle. Why do you have three get up and then the rest of the team get up? Just wondering. It just doesn't. If you had a couple here pop up, a couple there pop up, and it was more in groups of two, three, even four instead of three, and then the rest of the team. It just doesn't seem to really make sense as far as what are you trying to get across here, and it's different. It's a variation uh, on a nice beginning, and I appreciate it. Just wondering, could that be a little more effective in having uh, uh, different members popping up at different times? I think so. Yep. Nice execution, except what did I just see? All right, so I understand you've got different cadets doing different things at different times. Fine, not a problem there. Something just caught my eye, though. Okay. No, just something caught my eye. Not a problem, though. It works well. Little bit of a phasing coming across with the arms. It comes out just fine. Obviously, when you stop, then you can see. So phasing is movement that happens at slightly different times. Easiest way to put this into your mind is everybody's marching down. Look, you're in flight formation. You're marching down anywhere, down the street, and everybody is in step, but which means everybody's left is hitting and then everybody's right is hitting. If they're out of step, then it would be everybody, let's say just one person is out of step. That means their right foot is hitting when everybody else's left foot is hitting. And so that one individual is wrong, needs to get back in step. When we talk about phasing, everybody's on the same step. It's just not happening exactly at the same time. That the first few steps there, that is excellent timing there. That's exactly what you need to do. That was just perfect. Oh, and so since I've stopped here and I can see some variation of technique, let's talk about it. All right, so look at the hand here, palm down, hand and hand is at the chest. So the forearm is coming up slightly with an angle. Here we have, I think that's Commander. Commander has right hand over his abs and then left hand over the small of his back. And so all of these positions are fine. It's just that you need to be uniform in the application of them, unless you're trying to have a variation at a certain time. But then the variation needs to be a little more obvious and not so subtle, so that the judge goes, oh, well, they didn't do that. And, it's an immediate tick mark, really, kind of a tenth of a point off. That's the old system of judging, which a lot of people are still comfortable with, especially military. So everybody here was executing the same movements. It was just variation of the arms in that first movement, as the elements. It doesn't look like they're out of. Oh no, out of alignment. Okay, so it's just one in. Oh, that's right, one at each of the sides there. Right. Oh yeah. Yes, I remember. So, wow, better timing. Look at the body technique here. This is great. Now, spacing is still something you remember I was talking about before, how there was groupings and then space, grouping. If that's what you want, grouping and then space, I'm not sure that you're missing somebody, although, it kind of looks like it there. But, okay. That's some better technique. Now, still have some variation in that lead, the left leg there. Can't really see over there, but so we can see this is pretty much two right angles, almost there with the left leg. Love the hand placement as well. That works well. But look at that huge angle there, and I get it. Not everybody can kneel the same way. Me at almost 59 now, yeah, it's not going to happen. However, you're young and you can implement the same strategy for each one of these movements. I I I appreciate this. It's a powerful move, position with the reverse wedge with the commander in the center. Nice job. So now look back here. Watch this cadet right here. So this is where he was. Look how he's moving up constantly. And so as the lines move forward, I don't know, this line over here on the camera left might be straight, but this line looks like it keeps moving, and then finally when you come to the pass through, then the line straightens out. So it's a little more complicated, but if you use a step 2 going out, which it means that for every individual, they march 2 more steps. You could also do a step 1 if you want. So a step 1 is going to give you this. A step 2 is going to give you a much wider wedge there. So if you're doing a step 2 out, then you do a step 2 in, which means the last 2, the ones who are forward of the formation, they're going to start marching. And in 2 steps, then they pick up the next one. In 2 steps, they pick up the next one. So they're marching flat all the way across, and then they come and pick up another, and then they come and pick up another, etc. And so from here, it goes, and then they meet like that. It might be much more effective to, I don't know why, I don't remember if I told you about that last time, but I don't know why I didn't. Anyway, it might be a little more effective for you coming to the wedge and then coming back and executing the pass through. So I love the pass through, by the way. It looks really good. So he's moving forward. She's moving forward. Everybody seems to meet on the lines there. Arm swing is a bit off over here with this cadet here. And I love the angled pass through too. This is really, really cool. I like that. That's right, yes. Definitely cheer for that. Now, you know what you could do instead of turning around is you could actually back up and go through, reverse it. That would be a challenge. You can see it on one of the Japanese walking videos. Oh, okay. You got to the concentric circles in a different manner, it looked like, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh, yes. Okay. So I still think you should perform into that last move. So what I mean by perform into, let's go here. Here, all you're doing, so everybody can march at attention at a competition. I'm not saying everybody in the entire world can march at attention. I've seen some pretty bad examples of marching at attention. So, but for the competition, you have to think, well, everybody can do the basic. That's pretty much given. So how are we going to rise above that basic level? Because here, so you've created movements, you've created body work that is quite effective. You're working at the high intermediate level here, but then you go back down, you drop right back down to the very basic. We're just going to march at attention and get into this formation. So, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, the formation takes a long time to develop, which really, it either means you got to scrap this and do something else, or you add something to your marching. And it could be just about anything, more body movement, different techniques of marching, anything to bring a bit more a bit more of a flavor to the team's movement, instead of just, now here, see, we've got the you're going through a diagonal pass through there. It works well. It does. Don't need to have anything else there. Now, that's interesting. You have a ripple line that is facing each other. But, normally I would say, you've got your back to the audience and it's not really coming across well. But, it does. I guess it just depends on your location. I wouldn't recommend doing something like that. This is in a cordon that is not horizontal to the audience, but vertical to the audience. That's going to be much more effective. Oh yeah, the beta move. So in my book, Exhibition Drill for the Military Drill Team, that move's called beta. And it doesn't matter how many steps are in between, but you have the ones and twos, and ones go this way, the twos go that way, and then they close again. It's pretty cool. Very effective, very mathematical, and love that position. That was my drum major salute. Well, the end of it anyway. I got there a little differently from you, but when I was in high school. Nice. So hold on just a second here. So the left, oh, I see. So the left is, I saw, so this is a pretty high tuck for the hand. You notice that it looks like everybody else has their hand at their waist level. But this arm is a little bit higher. So I noticed that immediately. It looked like you had the left, well, you can't really see, but it looked like you had the left hand at the waist level, flared like this. So obviously my hand is a little higher. I'm not going to stand up right now, but make sure that you have that same technique applied throughout your team. So in future, I would say thank you, ma'am, and have that thank you, preparatory command, ma'am, command of execution. Then you go into, and just dropping is okay, but you can do you can have some flair to that, and then do just about anything. But some nice flair would be great there. So, and then also I recommend performing out. So as you leave, you do something. One of the high schools I've worked with is in West Virginia, and they have to march out like this. So, performing in a gym just requires, or a field house, whichever this is, just requires a little bit of a different technique for entrance and exit, which leads me to believe that this, so performing out would be nice. They chant. So coming in, when you're doing this, going to the kneel right here, I'm thinking, and I really wish, and I don't blame the camera operator at all, but I really wish I could have seen the entrance, because I'm thinking you used this door. You came in, as it looks like you're going out that door eventually. You came in, you formed up, and then you set up like this. Then your performance begins. But you have to remember that as soon as you step through the door, you're performing. Everybody's watching you. Now, the judges may not, they may be taking care of administrative, housekeeping stuff right then and there. But honestly, judges, if you really want to make the most of your time and the biggest impact on those you're judging, you're going to take care of your signatures, you're filling out the headings, whatever. You're going to take care of that before you even step on to for all of the teams. I sign my sheets every single time as soon as I show up and get my score sheets from whoever. I do that every single time. Make sure that all my headings are correct with the teams. I look at the roster and make sure that everything is in order. And I don't have to be bothered with any of that so that I can watch this and give feedback where it's necessary. So anyway, but nice job, team. I can see the improvement. I can see a few changes in there, and I appreciate it. I really do. You're doing a fine job. Just great. I'm very impressed. Still some room to grow, but don't we all have that? But just a nice job. You've put tons of time into this, and that's just awesome. Well done. Thank you.